Hello, hello, hello. Feels a bit heavy today. Appropriately so, I think. So this is Sananda facilitating or beginning, but still so grateful to see you here. And what's heavy on our mind collective is what it is we can bring in relationship to what you are about, the experiences that you are aware of that's hanging heavy on your hearts. Because if you'll remember, we are here for you. You are not here for us. We are here for you. And so what we wanted to first of all ask is this. And I know we have a chat, and you're going to use chat. So be in that quiet place of what is it that is heavy on your heart and mind. And from that place, what is the outcome? What is it you would have different? And we want to hear that from you. So we're just going to hold that quiet space and let that conversation within yourself bring a clarity that you could then share with us in the chat. Kelly, I'd like to ask you to read it, to bring that energy right down to this physical location, to this physical place. Would you read those chat inputs?
I am deeply troubled by the increasing dishonesty from others, whether world leaders or local neighbors. There are so many lies being told with deliberate intention to mislead. Kelly, what are we doing as individuals, women specifically, to secure ourselves within financial systems that are crumbling? Carol, heaviness, difficulty to help people of goodwill move beyond positions of right versus wrong, beyond the density of the reality of most humans. If it takes so much effort for just one good at heart person, how will we ever effectively impact the required numbers? Desired outcome, all or a critical mass of humans moved to a higher dimensional game board. Emma, the outcome I'd like to see is honesty, integrity, and being able to trust others' words. Me, the lies and deceit surrounding us on personal and planetary levels. I want integrity to be the norm, not the exception. Audrey, how do we support the children and help them navigate these changing times? Desired outcome, peace, happiness, and thriving for the future. Sue, the outcome I would like to see is justice, opportunity, health, safety for all. Kelly, the outcome I would like to see is women encouraging women to embrace their sovereignty within emerging financial threads, barter, and preparedness.
So if you look over those statements, which is telling us where you're at, even where you wish to be, what directives do we have from you to make something so? We are not the magic key. You are. We can only answer you in what is going on in your world and thought process. This is a time to be up to something big, really, really big. But we can't help you get to something big if you don't hold the big as a concrete in your world statement of some kind. We are there. This is it. Raphael's going to step in here because his connection commitment to bring in the Galactic Collective Council we don't think you really understand who you can be working with. That the authority and the stand for the big is way beyond what you even can comprehend, and that's okay. So whatever is the biggest outcome, you can claim. Not even that you can even imagine it maybe, or even think it's possible. The biggest outcome you can claim. Turning it over to and bringing in this immense team and saying, this is the best and the highest and the biggest good I can perceive. And I turn it over to you and tell you, make it bigger. Make it big. That's where we're at. And in that process, it's a healing journey. Ukrainians, the citizens being captured and taken into Russia, just as we now know is happening, to be encamped there, enslaved there, to work there. It happened in a galactic world. It happened in others' lifetimes. It happened in your lifetime. So don't get discouraged. You turn that experience over to the intensity now. It is done. Get rid of the pattern. Because the outcome we are holding is unity, respect, restoration of our agendas of divine harmonics. That's what we're holding. Done with that. That's the journey you're on. You will see the old patterns come up. Don't let it discourage you, but don't let it not act you either. Done. Enough. Turn it over. We are united in our divine family's agenda. That and better. We want you to understand you are the key. You are the voice. You are the one we must answer to. And we can't answer differently if you stay sad about this or angry about that or confused about that. We can't answer you differently. It's okay to have those. They will come up, but understand they are simply showing you that what has been is still there to some degree. Do you want it or not? What's the highest that you can call us to? What's the highest you can call us to? And then we can even make it higher and call you to that. That's how we're working right now. In this time of transition, here's the old, whatever of the old is still firmly there. What of the new is being built and better. What you are going to call us to has never been called. We've never been called to before. We've never been called to that with the authority voice you have. We've not been called to that before. So this is like a beginning. It's the wave. It's the new. And so you'll see pieces of the new, pieces of the old, pieces of the new, pieces of the old. Mother Gaia wants to step in. You know what has been in the consciousness of humanity in relationship to me is very minimal, as with a lot of the teachings. So, relying on my 4 directions, calling in the elements, the energy of my elements, that's good, but it's basic. We are in a time in which the environment, earth, air, water, fire, contains energies of entrapment and damage and discord and fear and angst. And it isn't staying in Ukraine, Russia. It is spreading around the globe because that's how it works. Energy has no boundaries. The heaviness you are feeling may not even be your own heaviness, but it is circling the globe. And it needs to be healed. It needs to be healed. And you are magic key in that too. Because you have the capacity, you've been given the capacity to identify, taste, if you will, any manifestation. Is it taste good? Does it expand life? Or does it constrict and destroy and take away? And this energy circling the globe is very heavy. What about calling me in to use my wind, my rain, my fire to clear, to cleanse? You know, you have this cosmic composting system where all of that energy, whooping it together, breathing it together, moving it through that system with that fire of cleansing. It doesn't have to contaminate everything around it. Think of new ways to include me. Write those statements. I am working with all of the power and energies of Mother Earth, of Gaia. And together we are what? What are we doing together? What are we doing together? What doors are you opening for me to be in partnership with you, to make our home, my space, sustainable, beautiful, unified? Just say we're doing it, and then start to listen for what comes between us. All that you're feeling is exactly what you need to feel. To know action needs to be taken. This is a healing journey for you. It's a healing journey for the psyche of women, clearing the psyche of men, clearing the psyche of humanity. And what it is that you're called to might begin with the pain that you're feeling. And the pain that you're feeling can point you the other direction. So you can claim the other direction. We are done with this seed, this concept, these agendas that bring the pain I am feeling. I'm done. We as a collective mission volunteer force, we are done. We do not need those patterns, those seeds, those concepts in our consciousness anymore. Why? Because we know from where it comes. So we will be proactive. Done. Had enough of those concepts. Remove them all. This is what we're building because this is who we are. Unified in respect, and personal accountability and responsibility, and equity and inclusion, of diversity, of valuing of all who bring value, all who bring value. Outsider types extinct are tolerating, normalizing, accepting, gone, extinct. We are beings of star families whose agendas, all our agendas, were expressions of good, of benefit, of unity, of respect, of joy, of play, of delight. And that is the world we call forth. That is what we call forth. That's what we're asking you to call us all to. So we in the unseen can say, we're here, and how about up in the ante a bit? And here's the steps. We will tell you the steps. We will open the doors. We will bring you the individuals. And if you touch 2 lives, that's enough. Someone else will touch 10. That's enough. There is no tipping point. There is no tipping point. At some point in your timeline, make it soon, enough of that outsider energy, influence, anchor devices, all of it will be so gone that everything will all shift. Will it happen in your lifetime? I would hope it would. Absolutely, I would hope it would. Claim it to be so. 1 touch is enough. 2 tomorrow is enough. Rest the 3rd day, it's enough. Because you, in all of that, you know the outsiders exist, and you can continually being proactive and keep saying to the PTO, to the Galactic Council teams, to those who search out any of our kidnapped parts and bring them home, you can say to all of those teams, keep working to remove outsider energy influence and return our soul members to their home. From this point forward, ongoingly, that's when the shift will happen. It's not about how many people, it's about eliminating the cause. So don't be afraid to dream big, to claim big. See the most magnificent. Turn it over to us and say, and you guys add to it. And then we can. We love you. There are possibilities that haven't even been brought into being yet to move you through this situation magnificently, with huge shifts in that agenda of control and domination. So let's see what we can do together. Realize we can't do what you don't hold. We can't do that. We can't. You hold it, we'll show you how. We'll be there with you every step of the way. So our hope for you is that you take time to really allow your personal guides to come in close, to be the support that you may need, especially during this time, that you do not feel alone. You aren't looking for someone out here to give you permission or say you're okay, or this is where your stability will be, and your love expansion will be, where your holding spot will be. and your world reflects from there. The peace you feel excited to play is your peace. It is your peace and enough. So know that you are loved. And we are up to something big. Together. You can't do it without us, but we cannot do it without you. We're a team. We are we. And we love you. Many blessings.